Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. I have a ton of real estate market updates to share with you today, including a report that was announced just a couple days ago regarding home prices and home sales in the United States. And I'll give you a hint, records were broken. Crazy to say that, but records were broken, so stay tuned. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome. I post videos about how this pandemic is affecting our real estate market as well as personal finance topics. So that's something you're interested in, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the video because I have a ton of information to share with you. It was announced just a few days ago that existing home sales in the United States skyrocketed 24.7% in July. And this marks 2 consecutive months of strong home sales in the United States. If you recall from my video last month, existing home sales in the United States rose a record 20.7% in June after 3 straight months of sales declines caused by this pandemic. According to the National Association of Realtors, each of the 4 major regions in the United States that they report on had double-digit month-over-month increases, while the Northeast was the only region to show a year-over-year decline. While existing home sales in July skyrocketed 24.7% in July compared to May, if you look at the year difference, existing home sales increased 8.7% compared to 1 year ago. The National Association of Realtors, or NAR, their chief economist stated the following. He said the housing market is well past the recovery phase and is now booming with higher home sales compared to the pre-pandemic days. With a sizable shift in remote work, current homeowners are looking for larger houses, and this will lead to a secondary level of demand even into 2021. What surprised me the most in this monthly report by NAR, or the National Association of Realtors, is that there is a new record high for home prices right now. So the median home price in the United States rose to $304,000, and that's up 8.5% from July 2019. This is the first time that the median home price in the United States rose above $300,000. They also reported that we had over 101 straight months of year-over-year home price gains, and that's almost 8.5 years. We're also seeing this trend in Sacramento County where I live. So the median home price in Sacramento County has increased 8.4% compared to a year ago and has increased 1.9% from June to July of this year. However, the lack of housing inventory, or the number of houses available for sale, continues to be a huge problem in the United States for home buyers. Not so much for home sellers, but for home buyers, absolutely, it's very challenging to find a house and also to get in contract. For example, the National Association of Realtors announced that inventory decreased 2.6% from June in the United States and also decreased 21.1% from 1 year ago. So what does this mean for home buyers in the United States? And the answer is there was, at the end of July, 21% less houses available for sale compared to 1 year ago. So there's fewer options for home buyers right now. This is also a huge problem in Sacramento County because our housing inventory has plunged 47.8% from a year ago. So this means there's about half as many houses available for sale compared to 1 year ago. I've talked about this in many of my other videos, but the lack of options for home buyers right now with record low mortgage interest rates, plus this pent-up demand from this pandemic, has caused the number of home sales and home prices to increase. Plain and simple, we need more houses to be built so we can have more houses available for sale for home buyers. However, home builders have started to build more homes. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau, that was reported just a few days ago, housing starts in July increased 22.6% from the previous month, and this is a 23.4% increase compared to 1 year ago. In addition, according to NAR, houses in the U.S. are selling very quickly on average. So the average days on the market for July was 22 days, meaning it took an average of 22 days from when a home is listed for sale to when the home seller accepts an offer from a home buyer. To give you some comparison, in July 2019, it took an average of 29 days to get in contract. I also found it interesting in this report that first-time home buyers accounted for 34% of all the sales in July this year in the United States, and that was on par with last year as well. On the other hand, investor and second home purchases in the United States accounted for about 15% of all the sales in July 2020, which was up from 9% in June 2020. In addition, foreclosures and short sales, which are defined as distress sales, are still at very low levels. So they represented only about 1% of all sales in July. And by the way, later in this video, I'll discuss why we're seeing such low levels of foreclosures right now. Okay, let's change gears slightly here and talk about what we're seeing in California. So the California Association of Realtors, or CAR, just released their July real estate data. But before that, please hit the like button, help support this channel, and help boost this video out to others. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. Let's go ahead and dive back into the video. According to the California Association of Realtors, or CAR, existing home sales increased 6.4% year to year, but they're still down 10% year to date in California. The median home price in California for July reached $666,000, which is an increase of about 9.6% from 1 year ago. In addition, the median days on the market was only 17 days, which is a 19% decrease from last year. What I found very interesting in CAR's July report was the spike in home sales over $2 million. As you can see in this graphic, for the dark blue, dark purple line there, sales over $2 million started surging in May 2020. We're also seeing this in Sacramento County, where I live. Houses over $1 million are selling very quickly, which is not historically normal because our average home price in Sacramento County is around $450,000. So it's very unusual to see houses that are priced over $1 million sell pretty quickly. Let's also discuss pending home sale data in July in California, because that's a great indicator of what home sale data is going to look like in August and September. So here's a graph showing pending home sales in California since January 2017. Pendings went into free fall when this pandemic hit in March. And this was during the time when real estate agents weren't even allowed to meet with their clients face to face. However, pendings have skyrocketed since May 2020, so much so that pending sales have had the highest year-over-year increase since April 2012. Okay, let's discuss some news in the mortgage industry, because a company called Black Knight just released their July data. And if you're not familiar with Black Knight provides data and analytics in the mortgage and real estate industries. And they reported that mortgage delinquencies decreased 9% from June, and that equates to over 340,000 fewer past due mortgages compared to the previous month. They reported that early stage delinquencies, which are loans with only one missed payment, have fallen below pre-pandemic levels, suggesting that the inflow of brand new delinquencies due to COVID-19 have subsided. However, serious delinquencies, which are defined as 90 days or more late, rose by 376,000 and are now up more than 1.8 million from their pre-pandemic levels. So I have a question for you. Does this surprise you? To me, it does not surprise me, because as you may know, due to the CARES Act that was passed in late March, people were allowed to enter into a mortgage loan forbearance if they had a financial hardship due to COVID-19. And the mortgage loan forbearance is for a minimum of 6 months, but it could be extended for another 6 months thereafter. So for all the people who entered into a mortgage loan forbearance in April, for example, all those people who are still in forbearance are technically 4 months late on their mortgage. So they have an additional 2 months to go before they have to start thinking about next steps, whether they're going to apply for another forbearance to be extended another 6 months, or if they want to exit their forbearance plan and enter into a loan modification, payment deferral, or a payment plan, for example. Black Knight also reported that their foreclosure activity remains near record lows, and that's no surprise because there is widespread moratoriums on foreclosures right now. For example, according to the Federal Housing and Finance Agency, or the FHFA, for homeowners who have a mortgage serviced by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, there is a foreclosure moratorium until at least August 31st, 2020. We'll have to see if that gets extended once again. And keep in mind, this does not apply to mortgages that are not owned by these entities. That's your real estate and mortgage update. So comment below with your thoughts on this, and thank you so much for watching. But don't forget, click on the link below because for a limited time, WeBull is giving away 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on their platform within 30 days of signing up. So please let me know which free stocks you receive. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. You also can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.